Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster. My name is Tails Firaga, and in the last episode... In today's episode... The Queen is upstairs, but she's been wounded. Does she know her castle was destroyed? A little bit of dialogue that you'd get there from talking to the Chancellor, who's now at the inn. And the Queen is indeed wounded. The darkness! Don't come any closer! She's having some nightmares. You were lucky to get out of the castle with their lives. Some other people might not have been so lucky. Whatever it is that's trying to destroy the crystals, it doesn't care about who it hurts. I just wanted to show that, since I was gonna go in there and heal up anyway. Actually... You know, I should probably get some items, now that I think about it. You're not items. You're not items at all. You're not the real items. That is not Solid Snake. If I just continuously say a bunch of things, hopefully one of them will land and make people laugh, make people go like, haha, look at this, listen to this funny guy, he's such a funny man. But deep down, I am very sad inside. So let's get going. Well, the ship seems intact. If we go here... If only I'd never made those infernal machines. Everything. All of this is my fault. If it weren't for me... Seems like he's gonna go to a bar and drown his sorrows. Professor! Must be tough for him. So where are we going to go next? Well, there's not too much elsewhere to go other than going down south. Well, we could talk to some people in town to listen to what we have to do, or we can go down south and just see for ourselves, see the world, as it were. Now that we have some aura level spells going on, most of these enemies should be a joke. We're fully prepared and ready for combat. Except, we're not entirely ready for combat. An NPC will talk about this. You want to avoid the desert here. The reason why is because there is a very strong enemy in here. The Dorm Chimera. I'm not going to show off the Chimera yet, but right now, as it currently stands, he's going to be very tough to kill. He does have a very strong blue magic spell for us to get though. So we will want to fight him eventually. Just not now. I am tired of seeing game overs. I want to live. I want to live my life as I wish, playing Final Fantasy V for all eternity. And for all eternity, I really mean just being stuck on that escape sequence for all eternity, or a half hour. Half hours can kind of feel like an eternity. Like when it's the end of a work day, that last half hour before you can clock out really feels like, oh, I just wish this was over. Alright. There's a few places to go. Let's go here. To the Library of the Ancients. The basement snacks have been overrun by monsters. Mid? That's Professor Cid's grandson, you know. None of us have the faintest idea where Mids run off to. Professor Cid's grandson named Mid. I mean, I'm sure there's a joke to be found somewhere there, but I'm not clever enough to find it. Here's the Library of the Ancients roof. We only want to burn the books that are possessed, but we don't know which ones those are. Well, this one's possessed. Say hello to our new recurring enemy, books. The books have 4 different enemies inside them. Page 32, page 64, page 128, and page 256. Thankfully, all of them have a weakness to fire. But these books have multiple encounters inside them, and sometimes it's random whether or not they pop up. Give you the strange staff I found to that man from Tycoon. Finally started learning monster skills. Arrow, level 5 death. Alright, well, that bodes ill. Welcome to the library. We touch and examine certain things, it causes the bookshelves to move around. Wonder what causes this. Actually, we have to go over here. Oh no, it's up here. Yeah, there we go. Then talk to that, and hey, there's a hole here. Down into the depths. Contains ether. So that'll be good for when we need to do some casting. I still have encounters on, I just haven't encountered anything. Page 64 is probably the worst one to fight, although it also has a very good black magic spell, or blue magic spell for us. Because page 64 is capable of casting level 5 death, which will kill any enemy that has a level that's a multiple of 5. Wow, it really just wants to give us page 64, huh? I don't remember what level any of our guys are. The answer is they're all level 15. Well, fuck. Okay. I was just like, well, maybe I can learn the spell here. You know, I think Bartz and Ferris are 15, so as long as everyone, you know, as long as at least some person lives, we'll be fine. No, we were not fine. Okay, so I just want to burn you as quickly as I possibly can. Hey, there's page 128, who I think casts Arrow or Era. Pretty sure it's just Arrow. And if you get 256, he's got another... Yeah, 256. I want you to use your spell on me. There we go. Moon Flute. Moon Flute puts Berserk on all allies. However, since page 256 doesn't have allies, it just puts Berserk on all of us instead. It's another blue magic spell, and I mean, it can be useful in some situations. Probably shouldn't have all gotten hit by it, but... Or at least I should have put Spellblade... Oh, no, he's got Spellblade Fyra. That's right. He's got the power. He's got the might. He's ready for battle. He's the Mystic Knight. Here we go, we just kind of climb up and down the scale of monsters here. We've gone to the 8, which is the 1 at the next octave. And then we climb back down to the 1. Gallic Master Black Magic level 3. Ferris learned Moon Flute. Toot toot on the Moon Flute. It is a marginally useful spell, but sometimes it works out. There we go, give you a little bit of healing. Ooh, what's in here? It's a maze. I love mazes. Hey, Era! I actually wanted to see that. So now we have that for our use. Cast Fyra. At this point, things are just gonna burn easily. Books, after all. I don't quite understand the I understand that the page enemies are here because this is a library. I don't understand why they came up with these 4 unique sprites just for one section and then they never reuse them. And it's weird when an early Final Fantasy game has like a lot of things that don't get reused. Hell, it's weird in a modern Final Fantasy game like 14 when things don't get reused. Alright, I'm stalling a little bit here. I'm gonna sort my items. I'm stalling, and you know the reason why. It's because we're in front of a boss fight. Hope you weren't wanting to get used to that Spellblade Fyra. Because inside this book, I am Ifrit. For many years I have existed sealed within the pages of this book. Only those who can withstand my flames will be granted the privilege of summoning me. Here is a mandatory boss fight against Ifrit. I was gonna say, here's an optional boss fight, but then I realized, no, you actually have to beat Ifrit here. You have to, otherwise you can't progress through the dungeon. Ifrit is, of course, traditionally weak to ice attacks and water attacks. So if you have those, he's generally not that difficult to deal with. But he's the first summon boss we're gonna be seeing. Now, he's not the first you can encounter. There is another one out there, actually, that we could have encountered earlier. But I wanted to be prepared, as said boss can be a little bit tough if you're a first-timer. Or if you're going in, you know, without a lot of powerful spells. Enough! You've proven your worth. I shall grant you the use of my powers. And with all of those, welcome aboard, Ifrit. We now have you for a summon, which means I might be switching to Summoner here soon. Faris mastered blue magic, so now she can use it on any job. And Ifrit's book closes. Received the summoned monster, Ifrit. Alright, let's do some job switcherooing then. Faris, how would you like to be a summoner? And I'm gonna keep learn on you just so you can learn level 5 death at some point. But now we have the power of summons. That setup looks good. And Lena, how about I switch you to Ninja? Alright, Ninja, let's give you focus. And keep the Moon Ring Blade on you. And the Element Mantle, okay. Alright, so a little bit of job explaining time. Since I realized I didn't do that in the last episode because I was tired, let's actually cover our 3 new jobs right now. And those 3 new jobs are Beastmaster, Geomancer, and Summoner. The Fire Crystal grants us 3 new jobs, so it's time to take a look at them. Beastmasters are monster tamers that have a few unique traits to make up for their underwhelming stats. They have the ability to catch monsters that are weakened to 1/8 of their max HP or lower, and then can release them to perform attacks. This ranges from moderately powerful melee strikes to devastating moves. In addition, they also learn the abilities to calm and even control monsters as well. Fighting with these guys also means using whips, which deal full damage from the back row, and deal double damage to flying enemies in the Pixel Remaster version. A lot of whips also have paralysis attached to them as well, making it easier to weaken enemies to capture them. Beastmasters aren't necessarily the most straightforward job out there, but they are pretty fun, and they're super fluffy. What's not to love? Geomancers may look a little bit silly, and their weapon of bells might seem ridiculous, but trust me, their Gaia ability is no joke. Gaia performs a random attack depending on the environment around you. A lot of times this leads to some pretty powerful party-wide spells and even some instant death abilities, though it does depend on your location. Geomancers also have the ability to find trap holes on the field, and are also immune to damage floors as well. Geomancers have good field utility, and Gaia is very powerful on jobs that have high magic stats. Plus, they're pretty fast to master, so you might as well go for it. Ninjas are speedy melee attackers with the ability to wield 2 weapons instead of just 1. If dual wielding wasn't enough for you, then throwing weapons at enemies might be good too. You can even throw shuriken and scrolls to deal powerful damage to a single target or multiple targets. Ninjas also have a native increased chance of getting preemptive strikes, which can be fairly useful in a lot of areas. Other than that, ninjas gain the ability of dropping smoke bombs to escape from battle, or casting image on themselves to avoid attacks. Honestly, these aren't the main draws of ninja. The main draw is dual wield, which, while expensive, is incredibly effective on a lot of melee fighters. So ninja is generally a pretty good job to use. Alright, now that I'm done stumbling over my words, how about we continue on? Explore around. So... God, I forget where to go now. I lost my flow from fighting Ifrit and then explaining jobs. But we can now summon Ifrit. So one thing about summoners is that they can summon monsters. Usually monsters are very powerful and you don't have to worry about reflect. But unfortunately, they also generally cost a lot of MP as well. So they're very useful against large groups of enemies, but not as useful against single enemies. With a few exceptions of support-based summons. There are actually some very strong support-based summons out. Alright, I need you to burn. You know, let's show this. Flame Scroll. So ninjas can throw scrolls, and throwing weapons does a lot of damage, as you may have just noticed. Alright, where else do we go from here? Oh no, just there, okay. I thought I could take that staircase, but turns out no, you can't. None shall pass. Ifrit, sorry, sir. There we go, being best friends with Ifrit has a lot of sway here. More of you guys. I'm gonna have to use another elixir or something pretty soon. You know what, while we're here, let's show off some other summons as well. Let's go with Sylph. Let's have some Sylph confidence. Sylph is a weaker version of the Sylph summon from Final Fantasy IV. It damages an enemy and then heals every party member for a quarter of the damage dealt. Sadly, Sylph is not very strong. Sylph only targets one enemy, and I don't know, just generally isn't very good in this game, which is probably why the game just hands you Sylph from a shop rather than you go out and get it as an optional thing. Because I remember Sylph being an alright support ability in 4, but here, I don't know, Sylph's just kinda lame. I mean, I guess you can get a clutch heal sometimes? Contains ninja suit. Let's put a ninja suit on the ninja. Do I have any other pieces of equipment? I don't. Okay, so that's why you only have one weapon right now. Because I only have one weapon to give you. Ninjas, provided I didn't edit in an explanation, have the ability to dual wield, so that's something to consider. But since Lena only has one weapon to wield right now, she's basically she's at half power. She's at 50%. You know, the car hasn't finished accelerating yet, but she'll get up to top speed soon enough. Summon Ifrit again, just kind of get you out of the way. Ifrit costs 1 MP more than Fyra. I guess the one good thing about the summoned monsters as well is that, I mean, A, they don't, you know, trigger reflect effects or anything, but B, they always deal full damage. It doesn't spread between other characters. Ah, I see this leads to nothing. Cool and good. Page 64, I need you out of my life. At least until I can come back and learn level 5 death, in which case I will need you back in my life. But now is not that time. And I realize I don't have much MP for Faris. Oh, and I don't have any kind of, anything other than elixirs. I may have gotten a little bit too greedy, but I mean, in a dungeon where everything is made of, like, burnable stuff, you can't blame me for wanting to use fire. At least these guys are given decent experience, so we should be leveling up pretty soon. Just contains a phoenix down, that'll be good if one of our guys dies. Go in through here. Sometimes it feels like the game is arbitrarily stopping me. Sometimes I feel like the game is just arbitrarily stopping me with these bookshelves. There we go. If it happened twice in a row, I would've just been very upset, honestly. Not even that upset, I would have gotten over it quickly. That's what we call mood swings. Ooh, was this gonna be another one of those climb up and down the scale encounters? I like that, because those give a lot of experience. Burn this bug. Nope, okay. Just petered out after that. Trigger that. Oop. And it's a forced encounter, but thankfully that doesn't matter too much, because we got the preemptive strike here. So we should be able to just burn these guys to death. Come on, give us an up and down the scale. Give us a lot of experience. Let's climb those notes. Yep. Alright. Well, I feel like the game just kind of runs on spite. We needed to go here anyway. Oh, the dogs have opinions. Someone across the street minding their own business? I don't see anyone. Alright, I think they've stopped. I think they've put a stop to it. Oh, Gracie's still trying. Gracie's boofing at someone. At least she's doing it quietly enough. Right, down into the depths. And hey, there's a person. Is that Mid? Stay on your toes. I have a bad feeling about this place. The feeling is reading. This is the fight against Byblos. Byblos is not as involved a fight as you might think from Final Fantasy XIV. He's got a lot of status stuff, but honestly, I mean, we have fire, we have Ifrit. He's weak to fire in 14, so he's weak to fire here. Although he doesn't yell at you for getting oil all over his precious tomes. How about you kiss yourself? Give yourself a smooch. I do love the Toad's, like, animation there. It's the you heard about video games pose. You heard about video games? Oh. Either that or it's the fucking Jeb sweep pose. Ooh, that did a lot of damage. I don't think I like that one very much. Mr. Byblos, that is even your real name? Oh, you're just countering everyone for damage now, I see. Ooh, that's gonna kill, isn't it? Yep. Oh, that... Ooh, Okay, don't much like that. Dog downstairs doesn't like it much either. And here I was gonna say that, oh, this fight's not actually that bad. It's an easy fight. Game decided that I needed to eat my words. And they're delicious. I mean, it's a fight in a book, so words are going to be eaten at some point. Sadly though, Sylph isn't very good against this guy. He doesn't take much damage from Sylph. That does not give me much self-confidence. I'm sorry, I will continue to make that terrible joke until the end of the earth. Would you please die? Arrgh! So this is the end, but only for me. Very soon, the Master's Seal will be blown wide open. There he go. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Have a good time. Alright, smoke and summon level 1. Now I can be the cool kid and smoke. Whoa, huh? I told you not to bother me when I'm reading. Don't tell me you were engrossed in that book the whole time. What whole time? Now that you mention it, I did hear some rustling behind me. Was that you? Huh? You've gotta be kidding. Strange bird, this one. Whatever, guess it's time to go back, huh? You guys coming or what? I know a shortcut. Mid, there you are! Mid, you're alright. Thank you for fighting him. Thank goodness you're safe. Huh? You came to save me? I don't know what I needed to be saved from, but it was nice of you all the same. Oh yeah, look at this. I found the most amazing book. Check it out. I bet with this method we get the fire-powered ship moving. Gotta tell Grandpa Sid about it right away. Sid? Oh, you know him? He's my grandfather. Grandpa is so awesome. When he gets absorbed in his research, he's unstoppable. He never gives up until he's found the solution. Maybe that's how he was in the past, but now... What are you talking about? I'm just saying, he sure is acting like he's given up now. What? He would never do that! Wait, Mid! And Mid just runs off. I think that might be the end of the episode here, because a certain dog downstairs has some opinions. A certain Great Dane has some opinions. And likes to express said opinions right below my room. Fun. I'll see you guys in the next episode. If you liked the video, please hit that thumbs up button. It will help me get the money I need to invest in an off switch for dogs. Like a volume switch. Like, if they just had a volume dial, like, I could just use this remote on them, just like, click, mute. That would be great. But unfortunately, those dogs do sure like to bark at absolutely nothing. I'll see you guys later.